Remember, number lines, we just keep on doing the same interval. So we go from 0 to 6, 6 to 12, 12 to what?
Flood the chat, flood the chat, flood the chat. Everybody should get this.
So again, we're jumping by sixes. Our interval is 6. So 0 plus 6 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 6 is, excellent, Braylon and Taylor. There we go, 18. So that tells me at 18, we are at 150%. 150% is 50% more than. So that means mom's tank holds 18 gallons of gas. Now, real quick, just to check, remember, there's the easy way to see, okay, is our answer probably correct? If it's 50% more than, tell me yes or no. Does it make sense that our answer is greater than 12? It said 50% more than. So yes or no, does it make sense that our answer is greater than 12? Excellent, Taylor and Renee.
Good job on Devin and Rain.
Come on, Reynolds House. I needed this. Sotomayor brought my morale down. Y'all are bringing it right back up. Excellent, Damali. Yes, Renee, you are on a roll. Love the confidence. Excellent. It does make sense because if it's more than, we know we are increasing. So we got 18. 18 is greater than 12. We know that it's probably right if we did our math correct. So we know our final answer, mom's tank holds 18 gallons of gas. So this one you could have done without the double number line, but our double number line helps us visualize, okay, where are we at when we're at 100%? If I need to get 150, how am I going to get there? So let's try one more example with similar problems that we've worked with this week. Can I get somebody who is not yet shared out loud? Read for me example number 2. First person to get there can just unmute themselves. Just to read, example number 2. Just unmute yourself.
Example number 2 says, a school had 1,200 students last year and only 1,080 students this year. What was the percentage decrease in the number of students?
Excellent. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to see if we can find what our original value was, that OG number. So if we look at this example, 1,200 students last year, 1,080 students this year. What is going to be our original value? Tell me in the chat, or Mr. Neal or Mr. Colston in the chat. What is our starting place? Excellent, Renee. What was our starting population of students?
Good job, Kamari.
Excellent, Kamari. What was our starting place of students? Excellent, Taylor. I love that some of you send your answer to all of us. Makes me happy.
Very efficient.
They want to be sure they get those points.
I'm not mad at y'all. Keep it up, Reynolds.
Excellent. So we see that last year, our student population was 1,200. So that's our starting place, our OG value, that starting place, that whole value. So if we know that, what percentage is going to represent 1,200? What percentage represents this if this is our starting place? Think about where we put our OG value for our first example. Where are we going to put our OG value here? Excellent, Renee. Look what we did on our first problem. Excellent, Taylor. We got to put our OG value at 100% because that's our starting place. That is our whole value. But, this double number line does not have my percentages filled out. So let's figure it out real quick. I want you to count. You don't have to do the jumps, but it's easy for me to count it this way. Look at your double number line, either on ClassKick or on Zoom, whichever way is easier for you to see. Here is 1,200. So if I know 1,200 is got to be my 100%, what is each percentage mark going to be worth on this number line? Or each little tick mark, each jump. Count up your jumps for me, or your tick marks, or whatever you want to call them. Your slashes, your points. If we know that our OG value is 1,200, we know our 100%'s got to go underneath our OG value. What is each jump going to be worth? Excellent. Damali, you told me 10%. How did you get there? How did you know it was 10%?
I know it's 10% because it's 10 jumps and 10 times 10 is 100.
Beautiful. So Damali counted up her jumps. There are 10 jumps in here, which means she knows that every tick mark is going to be worth 10% because 10 times 10 is 100. So we got to go 10, 20, 30, 40. I'm going to mark 50 just because I can. 50%. Then we got 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So our question is asking us, I'm going to change colors real quick. Our question is asking us, what was the percentage decrease in the number of students? So we got to mark our new value. What's our new value of students? What's our new value of students?
1,080.
Beautiful. 1,080. It tells us right there. Beautiful. So that's our new value of students. I'm going to put a little star there. That's what we're working with is 1,080. So if we know that that's our new, that's our part of our total answer, what percentage is going to go there? I didn't mark it, but I think we can figure it out. What percentage goes underneath 1,080? Taylor, how'd you know that? Well, first, can you unmute yourself or no?
Am I lagging?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. I said 90 because if you go down by 10 from 100, that would be 90.
Excellent. So Taylor was like, well, we know each jump is 10. So that tells me that if I go 50, 60, 70, 80, 90% is going to be underneath my 1,080. But the question doesn't ask what's the total percentage. The question asks what is the percentage decrease. So if we look, 1,080 students was 90% of our total answer. How much of a decrease is that from our original percentage? How much of a decrease is that from our original percentage?
10%.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we know if we started with 100%, we started with that whole value, and 1,080 students was 90% of that value. 100 minus what equals 90? Can you give a couple more people opportunity to throw that answer in the chat? Beautiful, Braylon.
Good job, Dakota.
There we go. There was a 10% decrease in students because 100% minus 10% is 90, and 90 was where our new value was. All right, now this was a lot. We just went through 2 whole examples, so I'm going to give you like 1 minute to make sure your notes are all good, ready to go. If you are all caught up, I want you to go ahead and move to slide number 6 and start reading the next problem that we're going to do. We'll leave this up for a little bit, about 45 more seconds just for people to catch up. But y'all have done a really good job of keeping up with me. Reynolds House, you have been so impressive this week.
It's all that turkey. Got you guys energized.
I don't know what's in your Thanksgiving meal, but keep eating it.
I like that. Some of us still trying to get on the nice list before Christmas. All right, take about 20 more seconds. Make sure you're caught up, and then move to slide number 6. Let me see who's already there. Chloe's ready to move on. Dakota's ready. Javiana's ready to move on. Rain is ready to move on. And Zach is ready to move on. If you don't get every little thing written down, that's okay. I know we're moving quickly, but we have a lot to get through today, so I want to make sure we have plenty of time to do all of that. I got you, Renee. See? Neal knows. All right.
About 10 more seconds. Again, if you don't get every single note written down, that's okay. I know we're still getting used to writing on Class Kick, so I'm not going to hold it against you. You don't have to make it look beautiful and perfect. All right, let's go ahead and move forward